Hi, guys, and welcome back to Transits and Tactics. We are excited because, and I'm going to laugh now because we're talking about Gate 58, Gate of Aliveness. None of us look alive, I think, on this recording. And this is it's kind of hilarious because, it's the gate of the vitality, right? So when you hear these words, aliveness, vitality, joy, you think, oh, I'm going to have such a great week. I'm going to be full of energy. I'm going to enjoy little things in life. I'm going to embrace the joy in my life. And yes, those are all themes that this gate can bring, right? But both of our experience was the opposite. I felt completely, I had no energy. I didn't sleep, which I suspect, I had a little contemplation there during the week, and I suspect that this aliveness is actually this vibe, this buzz almost. You can feel on a cellular level that you are shaking, you can't sleep. So, you're awake, and then the next day, it's like a domino effect. The next day you're more tired again, you don't have enough to feel that energy. And perhaps it's because I have an undefined sacral. You, Anita, as well. You fell sick. You have undefined sacral. Maybe we were just overdoing it. Who knows? And if you are a generator, you have a defined sacral, and you had, come on, guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I had an amazing week. Let us know because it's really interesting to compare these experiences. But I felt, and everyone in my family is undefined sacral wise, so we were all permanently exhausted for this. It was an interesting, challenging period. And while this gate of aliveness, it is to have the vitality to challenge. So yes, you're looking for joy, you're looking for simple pleasures, you are maybe paying attention more to your environment. And on a positive side, it could be absolutely beautiful. On the negative side, if you're too tired, if you're triggered, you can be looking at what's not working. So you have this energy. We use the word vitality, but it's kind of this buzz that's pushing you into challenging what's not working. So you might feel extra frustrated. You might feel that your mind is focused on too much on, your business, what's not working in your marketing. Why are they not listening from me? Why are they not reaching out to me? Or, there's this some sort of like a nervous energy, or your personal relationships, because it's not about, sometimes what I found, we tend to separate our areas of life, and we say, for example, this show that we're doing, we want to focus on marketing and business. But you probably notice that when something's going on in your personal life, for example, or something's going on in my relationship with dog affects my business, affects my ability to show up, affects my desire or, even inspiration to create anything. There's all these things. They're very intricate pieces. And if one is out of alignment, everything else is affected. So we can't separate them, and we have to look at energies like, for example, the energy that just happened. We have to look at it as a whole, and not blame. And this is my message here, and why I'm saying this is that we tend to blame ourselves then. Oh, I got too busy with this area of my life, and I feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I am being, neglecting my business and this and that and the other. And then you're just caught in this shame of yourself. That's not good. I'm deviating a little bit from the transit, but that's not good because everything needs to be addressed and everything's a synergy. So when you have been neglecting your business because you needed to bring your attention into a personal life or something in your life that, like a domino, knocking down everything else, your inspiration, your creativity, your peace, your inner peace, you have to address that. Don't feel bad that you're taking time out of your business to address that. You're not missing out on anything. If anything, I've learned going into the 9th year in this online business journey that I have is that if you're missing for a week or 2 or 3 or even a month, or even sometimes 3 months, as happened to me last year, you're not missing out. If you're smart, if you're building your business in a way that has a long-term strategy, right, then these times that you need to do something else, they're going to be covered by the content and things that you've created. You're still going to attract people into your business, and things are still going to be working. So yeah, that's just a little pep talk from Juliet. Let's go back to the gate 58. So 58, do it's about self-expression. This vitality is about self-expression. Whether you're going to express your fulfillment with the joy around you, or maybe a dissatisfaction because you see something is not working, something traditional doesn't work, and so you will feel a lot of energy directed to that. I definitely, I know, have felt a lot of energy, like new things happened. I'm like, okay, the old way we did things are not working out and we have to do something. And yes, everybody says, you can't teach the old dog new tricks, but I am going to try. This was definitely this kind of energy. And there was so much, use the word vitality, use the word energy, channeled to challenge that thing that I saw that is not working. And then we have on the other side, a very interesting, actually, I think, transit. On the other side, we have gate 52, Earth in gate 52, grounding us in the gate of inaction, which gives us this focused and channeled stillness. And this is, in my personal experience, this was where dilemma with, oh, I'm going to have such an energetic week happened, because I definitely felt like I was forced to slow down and be still, whether it was because I was tired because I couldn't get enough sleep at night, whether it was because I was feeling under the weather. Anita, you got a flu, so something is like grounding you, and while you're feeling this excitement of potential change ahead or whatever you can do, there was this grounding energy to stop, reflect, think, process, whatever your life process is, whatever way you absorb life, you needed to do that. And I think that it's beautiful. So every day at 11:11, I have this alarm that rings on my phone and it says slow down to accelerate. And this week I had to explain it to 3 people because I had these 3 things that I did. I did a photo shoot, another fabulous photo shoot. And as I was, being done up, this alarm comes up, and people are like, what is this alarm? 11:11. But it's so beautiful when you are forced, by choice sometimes, to slow down so that you don't rush, so that you can hear your inner guidance, so that you can just reflect on what are you channeling your energy in, and how does it fit into the overall experience of your life. So I really, really did enjoy that part, that stillness. And of course, if you are like me and you have gate 18 in your design, I have both of my Mercuries are gate 18, the gate of correction, then the whole channel of judgment is activated during this transit. And this energy is about recognizing imperfections. So you can be extra critical, or you can also, I would describe it, you can know exactly what you want. And I really saw that in action during this said photo shoot, because people were trying to bring me into these creative journeys, and I've already been there before, and I knew that this is not going to work long term. Well, it's going to have like a short term fun doing it. And I was really, really, like, I knew exactly where we needed to correct. I knew exactly where we didn't need to do something. And for example, give you a fun example. I'm into geometric lines. Round things don't really suit me. So you can see my body graph here is like geometric, everything geometric. And during one of the photo shoot sessions, we had like a series of different images. They gave me this round, like a disco ball to hold, and I was like, but it's round. and and they were like, but try. And 2 seconds later, the photographer was saying, you can see it on her face, it's not her thing, she hates it,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
knew exactly what I wanted. So I loved this energy. You can be a little bit more critical, but if it's also shows you exactly where is your direction, what is correct for you, or what doesn't work, out there, so you can tackle those issues. You can improve what you see, and taking advantage of that is really, really important. So the only thing that this transit is warns us, well, the only thing apart from everything that I just described, is that if you have an open root center, you can, it's a pressure center. So you can just get carried away chasing that joy in your life, at an expense of your well-being. And, I might have been myself a little bit overdoing, because, I did this photo shoot in very high heels that I don't normally actually wear. And now I have a bruise on my leg, on my foot, a scary bruise. I probably, strained my ankle or something. So that's an example of just, it's all great in the moment, but then you're going to pay. So always mind, it's great to know your design, actually, in this respect, because it gives you permission to stop before you do too much, because you can overdo. You know that you tend to get too excited, especially with the openness, because we bounce of other definitions there, so we can just overdo things, and then the well-being, of course, is there's your lack of sleep, there's your exhaustion, and we're in this kind of not an easy period. People think that, oh, New Year's is such a great time, and the new year will bring all these beautiful things, but actually the new year itself, the next transit that we have, falls into the gate of the warrior, the obstruction, and the gate of provocation. The earth is in the gate of provocation, so we have this challenging energy continuing. So if you feel that, it's okay. It's okay. And that's my kind of experience. So Anita, how have you been apart from the flu? And I'm glad to see you up and human again.
I know, thank you. So am I glad to be human again. I actually called it the forced detox, the forced shutdown this week for vitality. And I think you made a really key point there, Juliet, around being having an open sacral and being a projector. I think you see, with people and with our ideas of what busy should be and vital should be, it should be kind of all fluffy and joyful and exciting and lively. Maybe liveness is just as quiet as a plant growing outside the door. Maybe aliveness is something that we've just over exaggerated to sustain a stress-filled life. And that this is actually a space where we're really finding what that when the transits come into this, we really get a feel for what it truly is, what vitality truly is. It doesn't have to be this big, showy thing. It doesn't have to be worn on our sleeves. It can just be being alive, being in the moment. And and I love as well the fact that you talked about the gate of 1858, the gate of judgment or perfection, or the channel. I think really the vitality and the stillness is so that we become more discerning about
I
what
love
we
this.
take action on or not. Like if you look at it, this is what I really noticed this week was, you know, Capricorn, the sun entering Capricorn. Capricorn is the business energy in the tropical signs. The other side of it is Cancer, which is discernment, intuitive. Now, the other side of that energy is bully boy energy versus, restricting your joy, restricting your vitality by overdoing things or doing things you think you should and guilting yourself into
Mm,
them. So, a lot of Capricorn energy and Cancer energy is on the root center, which
that's
is
right.
center for stress, for pressure. So, do you feel the pressure to do something or not? It's on off energy. And if it's off, it's off. Very hard to make yourself do anything, right? But if you've an open, if you have an open root center, you will feel this immediate pressure. But I guess what I'm really trying to say is that sometimes we feel pressure to do things just to release the pressure instead of get still. So
Mm,
sometimes in our business, I'll just do this because if I don't do it, I'm worried something won't happen, right? But how about just taking that stillness and using this energy to um to get really, really clear about what you do need to bring forward into 2025 and what you don't. The vitality, this is really the energy of being able to discern really well what brings flow in your business,
yes.
what doesn't. And so, but with the transits, we get that feeling of, for me, it was literally shut down. I mean, literally, I nearly slept for the 5 days of the transit. But, at the same time, I didn't feel that sleeping or that dormance was an inactive time.
Mm,
I could
I-
feel seeds growing. I could feel kind of things, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. And with the context of the transits, we have Mars now coming into opposition with Pluto big time. Um, we've this big battle energy that's saying, I'm sick of restricting my shining for you. I'm sick of restricting how I shine for the world because I should show up in a certain way. I'm sick of trying to be a stick insect, but it has the fight with it, right? The next transit is
Mm.
the fight transit. It has the fight that says, yeah, enough is enough. I'm done running around. I'm done. I'm ready to start into my new business, my new marketing. And this is why working with Juliet and myself is so key. Juliet helps us with the marketing that's going to bring the flow. I help you to get in that prosperous flow yourself because you need to be in the flow of mindset and emotion and action to actually conduct your business in the first place. So, it's just fun to see how, and it just occurred to me as you were talking about, oh my God, I felt deader than ever, says Juliet. And I'm there going, maybe that's the quiet the universe is trying to teach us is actual stillness.
No, I
So,
love that. I love that. What you said about the vitality doesn't have to be vibrant and how we all exaggerate. You know what? We sensationalize. Blame God, Hollywood for that, right? Everything has to be sensationalized for us to feel. We're so desensitized these days that we're expecting something like light bulbs, and not light bulbs, light bolts. And and life is not about it at all. The life of a tree can be just as vital because we need to redefine
exactly.
these definitions. We really do. Anita,
Exactly.
thank you so much for today. And guys, next transit is going to be very interesting. So stay tuned for the changeover between 2024 and 2025. And then I hope that you stay with us, going forward, because there's so much amazing energies are coming in by the end of January, which really is the true start of the new year. So stay tuned. Let us know if you're enjoying these transits. Let us know how you have experienced this. If you don't want to comment, if you don't want public to know, reach out to us. There's always a way to start a conversation, right? So we will see you then in the next episode of Transits and Tactics. And for now, take care. Bye.